Happy Saturday. I have had quite a few DMs and questions in regards to the challenge. What's included? How is this different than, the Views to Revenue Masterclass? How is this different than the club? All of those things. So I wanted to kind of give you a behind the scenes sneak peek at what is in the challenge, how it's happening, what's going on, because we start Monday, okay? And additional resources start unlocking really soon. All right. So behind the scenes sneak peek, this is actually the Trello board. Of course, there is an area in my back office where the daily trainings will unlock. And there is also an area in the hub for community. So support, questions, all of that during the challenge, where I am doing coaching for those that are in the challenge. But I wanted to kind of show you how I have this laid out, a little bit about the topics that we're going to cover. I know we have a lot of new people in this community that have maybe never done a masterclass or workshop with me before or challenge with me before. So anyone that has will tell you I usually go above and beyond when it comes to providing resources. So let me just walk you through this. I'm going to try to keep this less than 10 minutes for sure, because it's Saturday and my kids are like, what are you doing? But I've had a lot of DMs and it's really hard to get back to everyone and explain this. So I figured this would be super easy. So week 1, we are focused on laying your foundation. And for those of you that haven't looked at the challenge, it's a 30-day action-taking challenge to get you clear and confident and concise on your marketing. Because more or less, you've probably been creating a lot of content, but you never created an actual marketing plan. And so your content is not resonating on the level it needs to be to make the sales you want to make. Okay. So from scratch, I am teaching you how to build a marketing strategy, okay, a marketing plan and how to execute it, but not just teaching you how, but giving you action steps every single day to get that done. Okay. So a lot of these steps you may have started, or you may have done, or you may have, had a course on, but didn't put it into action, or you did put it into action and there's a disconnect between your sales funnel and your content, or your email marketing and your sales funnel. So by us going through this day 1 through day 30, you're going to make sure you're closing those gaps, you're not leaving money on the table, and that everything is streamlined. Okay. So you may see topics on here that you've done, but by doing them in the correct order, you're going to find the holes and the gaps where you are losing money in your business. Okay. So week 1, it's all about laying the foundation. So we're going to go over your business summary. And this is going over everything from your transformation statement to, a little bit about your branding, really getting super clear on what your business actually is. Because if I ask you today, what is your offer? And you tell me, well, I help people make money. That's not good enough. Okay. So we got to get more clear. Day 2, we're going to do a SWOT analysis. I know so many people that have never done a SWOT analysis. And a lot of times when you do a SWOT analysis, you're able to see your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. That's the whole point of it. Well, we want to play into your strengths and your opportunities, and then we want to kind of grow in your weaknesses and eliminate your threats. So you need to know what those are, because right now you're probably overwhelmed and frustrated in your business, and you can't figure out what to focus on first. So by doing an analysis, it's going to help you backtrack that. Okay. Business goals. You have to have your goals. You need to know what your initiatives are, what are your KPIs. And I would focus on 3 primary goals, because if you have too many goals, you're stretched too thin. So we're going to talk about this and lay this out so that when we get into week 2 and 3, we're making sure that your sales funnels and your content are coming back to that. Market research. So your ideal client, you've probably done this before, your pain points and all the things, but I'm going to teach you how to go a level deeper in the psychographics. Competitor analysis. So again, you have shiny object syndrome, maybe watching everything that's going on, and you, instead of looking at, okay, how is my product better than theirs, you are second guessing your product. So we need to do an analysis so that we can, again, bring your strengths forward. 4-point marketing plan. This is so important because we need to establish this before you go into content, before you go into building sales funnels and emails. You need to know your marketing, your 4-point marketing plan. Okay. I'm doing a training on protecting the house. So as an online business owner, you have to be FTC compliant. You need to make sure that you are, you know the law around privacy of information, around income claims. And if not, you could go build a huge business and lose it weekly. Okay. And then each week I'm also doing a bonus training. So this one specifically is on a topic that is something that no one wants to talk about, and I'm going to talk about it. And then every week I'm doing a giveaway as well. So there will be some fun giveaways during the challenge. Week 2, we're looking at building out your sales funnel. So right now you might have a link in bio where you just collect money, but there's actually a customer journey that they need to go through. Because what happens if they don't buy? How do you continue to nurture them? What happens if they do buy? What's the next product for them, right? So we need to look at that. So I'm walking you through your lifetime customer journey, the stages of your customer journey, your brand positioning, your marketing channels, and your marketing tech. All of this back of the house needs to be set up before you just start whipping out content. So you're going to notice that this challenge is very much set up in a very specific order, because if you start whipping out the content and you have a video go viral, but you don't have your sales funnel set up to optimize, you're going to lose money. Okay. You're going to lose a lot of leads, a lot of sales. You're not going to know who even clicked your link. It's going to be devastating for you, right? So we want to set up all this back of the house first. We're going to talk about building your email list. You have to have an email list. It's not optional. So I give you some strategies on how to build it. I even have some templates in some of my recommended email sequences. And then at the end of week 2, we're actually going to build your sales funnel together. So I show you how to build your sales funnel, your workflows more or less. And then I give you some templates for you to be able to do that and work through that. And then, of course, we have a bonus. So week 2 bonus, I'm talking about the power of storytelling, because in week 3, we're going to start moving into content, and your story is a huge piece of your content. So moving into week 3, we're talking about conversion optimization. So you'll notice we set the foundation. We started building our sales funnel. Now it's time to put our sales funnel into action and make sure that we are gearing it towards sales. So we talk about multiple monetization strategies. There are so many different ways you can monetize one thing, one piece of content, one freebie, one email, and you could make 4, 5, 6 different streams of income from that one thing. So I'm going to teach you kind of those behind the scenes, multiple monetization strategies. Of course, we're going to talk about SEO. So we are moving into SEO because it's a huge piece of your conversion, because step 1 of your sales funnel is awareness. People have to find you, and it's one of the best ways for them to find you. And we're going to go through all of that. And then day 17 and 18, we go into social media content strategies. So I'm going to teach you how to do a mind map so that you can kind of build your strategy and then make an execution plan on how to execute it. Okay. Day 19, we're going to move into engagement. So engagement is a huge piece of your conversion optimization. We want to make sure that people are engaging with your content, engaging with your emails, they're actually opening them. So we're going to talk about some engagement strategies on how to increase that metric for you. Day 20, we're going to look at social proof. Social proof is a massive piece of people converting to a sale. They want to see that other people have had success. So I'm going to teach you how to leverage social proof, how to collect social proof, and just some automation strategies for that as well. And then day 21, automation tools. I'm going to teach you about different elements in your business for you to automate. And then week 3 bonus, we're going to talk about content strategy best practices. So we could talk about content all day long. Most online entrepreneurs think that's their biggest problem right now. And for a lot of them it is, but the back of the house, week 1 and 2 is so important, because you have to have that nailed down for when your content starts popping off. Okay. And then week 4, we're going to talk about scaling. So we're looking at how do we make more sales with less effort, right? Upselling and cross-selling, building a community and having customer loyalty. How do we get that customer to come back again? Making your offer more compelling. So how do we make it juicier so that people buy faster, right? Daily activities. So your DMO, right now you might feel so scatterbrained, like you have so many things to do. And a lot of times that's because you're working on things that aren't making you money. We're going to talk about launch planning. So as you go through this challenge, you may come up with an idea of something new to launch. You might want to relaunch your old products so that way you can kind of get an influx of sales. So I'm going to teach you about launch planning. And of course, all of these have action items. A lot of these have templates for you to use. Buyer psychology. So another reason you may not be converting the sales you want to convert is because you don't understand buyer psychology, and it is coming across as salesy. So I'm going to work with you through this in buyer psychology. And then day 28, email marketing strategies. So we're going to work through some of the top strategies for converting sales from your email list. And again, I have templates and different things for you to use when doing that. Week 4 bonus is all about repurposing. And then as we move into week 5, we have analyzing and optimizing. So while we're walking through this entire challenge, I'm teaching you about metrics, how to track them. Now it's time to look at them and say, what's working, what's not working, how do we make it better? And your analytics tell you everything you need to know about fixing the problems in your business. Most people just don't know how to read them. So again, I'm going to teach you how to read them. And I have a template for tracking that as well. And then day 30, we're talking about leverage, right? So once we have it nailed down, you have sales coming in. How do we leverage that to go from 1 sale to 100? Or even just 1 sale to 10, right? We have to be able to leverage. So I'm going to be teaching you some leverage strategies, and we're going to kind of make you an action plan of things that you can do to start leveraging yourself online. So it's very comprehensive. Some other questions I've gotten about the challenge really quick is, do I have lifetime access? Absolutely 100%. You have lifetime access to this. I know some people had said they had to go out of town next week. They wouldn't be able to, maybe participate in week 2 or whatnot. So you can come back and pick up where you left off. If you have any additional questions, feel free to drop them below. We do start Monday. The coursework will start unlocking Monday at midnight. So 11:59 p.m. actually on Sunday. You will get access to this Trello board tomorrow for you to make a copy of, and it'll be late tomorrow night, but you'll get access to it to go ahead and have this done before we start the challenge. And there is a section of some tips for you before you start the challenge that you'll kind of walk through. I give you some strategies on how to use ChatGPT to help you, and just different things like that. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them below. I cannot wait to see you in the challenge. It's going to be so eye-opening for so many entrepreneurs and just absolutely awesome.